All right, Kenman here, and today, S35VN on a budget? Amazon? What is going on? Let's find out. Before we start, I purchased this at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment down below. What did I get? Umogi bag on the floor. Umogi. What does anyone know about Umogi? Bow. A little brighter. Yeah, I can't remember. We were talking about it on a live or something. I do lives on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk knives, have a good time. If you're interested, come check it out. I'd love to see you there. But somehow someone recommended this Umogi Premium Tactical. What does that say? Orcas series? Who knows what this is? Some of you got your hand on the pulse. I bet you probably do. Let's get in and find out. This is the first Umogi on the channel here. Box on the floor. All right. Take that out. And then we have this interesting pouch. It's got kind of a neat like texture to it. Kind of almost like a carbon fiber-y kind of a pattern. But it's a soft kind of cloth. All right, there it is. Give us a nice little extra tool. These are always good to have. Maybe not the best tool for the job as far as being able to grip on it like a nice Weehaw or something. But for that little spare, you can throw that in your glove box, throw that in some kit or something that you've got. So in that emergency random situation where you might not have your tools, you can throw one of these. Good to have. All right. There it is, a little robust. Okay. Mini bag on the floor. Some oil right on the edge there. Here it is, the Umogi Premium Tactical Folding Knife. Boom. There it is. Okay. They had 3 different versions of this. I'm generally not a carbon fiber guy. But the other two, what was it? One of them was like a G10. The other one, I think, was a, ooh, that's tight. Yeah. Okay. The other, the carbon, or the G10 and the micarta versions had like these scalloped texture to them that I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't really dig it. It kind of like, it was like a raised scallop. And they were like up, kind of like thick chunks. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't seem like that. I was as interested in that as I was in just the smooth carbon fiber. Get that CNC going. Maybe I'll just make some new scales for this one too. So we have that carbon fiber, or is it a carbon fiber overlay over some G10 maybe? Kind of see almost a layering. I don't know if you can catch that on camera. That might be an overlay. I don't know for sure. This is not a terribly expensive knife, around $60, I believe. But yeah, so we've got your carbon fiber on the handle, and then it's saying CPM S35VN, says right there on that blade steel. For $60? What's the quality? How long is it going to hold that edge? Ooh. Got a little hollow grind feel going on up in there. Interesting blade shape, kind of a sheep's foot, kind of not like a harpoon, but it scoops up. Interesting design and shape. The handle is big and beefy. I like that. Yeah, so we got the liner lock, flipper tab, thumb studs. I tried that flick out and, okay, that's, I don't know what I was... Okay, if you just push up like that, it doesn't want to go. But if you push out, wow, why is that stuck? I totally just did it twice, and now I can't again. Detent. Boom. it's stiff. Gets down there and pow, it pulls it in hard. When you thumb that out, that definitely fires out. Try to fail a flipper. Oh, see how slow roll that was? It was defying gravity, slow roll, barely pushing, and it still makes it out. So that detent, I mean, if you're sitting there just normal flick out, that's going to flick all the way out. Can I... I can't. I don't know. I managed to finger flick that a couple of times, but wow, that is stiff. Even my right thumb is kind of weak. You got to almost get higher up on the thumb stud there. Wow, putting a dent in my thumbnail. But the drop, it's kind of a heavier blade. That's more like it. Boom. Little weight to that blade. Does fire out pretty good though. Feels all right. Handle is large, like I said. So wait a minute here. Pocket clip looks like it's one-sided only, but I've got 2 holes. Okay, lower, higher. Wow. So notice the lower one's on the left, the higher one's on the right. We turn this around. Lower on the left, higher on the right. That should still send that over here, even though it's kind of a shaped with a little curve to it, and then the tip. But it appears that we're going to be able to swap that to the other side. That's kind of strange. I'll be interested to see how that looks. Lanyard hole on there is enormous. Just a beastly hole through there. Big liners. Wow, these liners are not skeletonized at all. I'll try to get that angle you can see in there. But those liners are just full, solid pieces. No weight reduction on that at all. Boom. I wonder how good this S35VN is. Got that hollow grind on there. It feels nice. Who has got one of these? What do they know about it? Captive pivot. You only need a tool for the one side. It looks like the body screws are also T8s. Those look huge, which is cool. It's got a nice feel. No real choke up spot. Tiny little sharpening area right there. I'm going to catch up into that smile section pretty fast. Drop shut good. Feels good. There are some jimps. There's just 3 of them there, just a dit. But it kind of ramps up just a little. They do feel nice, and since you can't really choke up at all, that's kind of the spot my thumb sits. It feels okay. Puts that tip in a nice center position. Index finger can sit on that little scoop for some draws. Not a bad feeling knife. Blade, completely solid. No movement of any kind there. What's everyone think? Huh. Wonder how S35VNE that blade really is. Comment below. What are your thoughts? Anybody sharpened one of these a few times? See what it holds, what it does? I'd be interested. Do some tests. Get this side. Full size, 8 1/4 end to end, 3 1/2 to that middle spot, and almost 4 if you go all the way to that edge right there. Cutting surface is 3 1/2 with a very slight curve on the belly. And 4 5/8 for the handle. Good standard full sizer right here. 0.14 on the blade thickness. Fairly thick. And it carries all the way out to there. So you got that 14 thickness, a little bit of a cut up on the top there, and then that hollow grind across that whole front. Big old thick S35 chunk right there. Handle, just a little more than a 1/2 inch, pretty standard. Thickest spot, 1.25. If you get with that, boom, 1.56. Kind of in the middle, 1.08. Fairly average for a full sizer. Okay, let's get some weight on this. 5.84, a little heavy, kind of a pig. Compare everything with the old Pyrite, 3.67 standard for the Pyrite there. And what did I say? 5.85, kind of beefy. Okay, so that pocket clip, interesting. It's going to look different on the other side for sure. Okay, so here's the Pyrite, nice CJRB button lock, really good, not quite full size, everyday carry. They got budget ones, they got premium ones, really good one to check out. I do have some affiliate links down below. If you use one of those, make a purchase, it does help out the channel. Handle is 1/4 inch shorter, blade about 1/4 to 1/2 inch shorter on both sides really. So it's a full sizer compared to that Pyrite right there. Take another one pretty much the same size. You got your drop bear, Kaiser drop bear. Really, really great EDC choice as well. But yeah, you can just see that Umogi is a little bit bigger. But look at this clutch lock. Kaiser really knows how to do that crossbar lock. Their clutch lock is probably the best version of a crossbar axis style lock out there, in my humble opinion. Yeah, all right, Umogi. What are we thinking about this one? We need to test that blade a little bit, see how S35VN it really is. Handle does feel nice. It's got that standard carbon fiber, kind of smooth yet kind of a little grippy feel to it. Actually not bad. Like I said, I'm not a big carbon fiber type of guy, but reality is this does feel good in the hand. I'll swap that clip around maybe on the live, see what that looks like. But all in all, really not a bad little knife for the price. I think they did have like a 20% off coupon or something. Maybe get her around 45, 50 bucks. Worth it to try out on my book. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.